New York City, right now as we speak, has the worst air quality in the whole world. As much as I love Dwayne Wade, as much as I love Gabrielle Union, to be honest, I wish they both would just take care of their family, take care of their business, and shut the fuck up.
What's up? What's up? You know what? That intro is too motherfucking short. I gotta holler at my boy, as Stephen A. Smith would say, and get him to prolong that intro because I be feeling that little beat. It gets me hyped like a mother do. You know what I'm saying? This is a Wednesday and it's a hump day. I am Lee Black, just in case you don't know. And if you heard the intro, you already know the opinions that you're about to hear, they're mine. Mine alone. Don't get your feelings hurt, but it's all in good fun. On the Wednesday show, we're going to have a little fun today, talking about some serious shit, some other shit, but we're going to do it the way we do it. This is Real Talk for Real Men, Real Talk for short. You can find me under my own banner under YouTube. I'm the host with the most. You can also check me out under the banner of TFG, and you can find me on the TFG Ratchet. And we air live every Wednesday, every Saturday. And folks, it's been a stretch doing this over the dog days of summer. I should have really went on a month hiatus because a lot's going on, and it's a lot going on in anyway. But let me bring in my co-host, and if it's just us two, we're gonna do what we do. This is Mick Mac. Welcome back from your little hiatus. What's happening, baby girl?
What's going on, Black? How are you?
Yes, sir. Holla at your boy. If Stephen A. Smith can do that shit, then I can do it too.
You too right. You too right.
Well, guess what? It hadn't been a bad day, and I'm already sipping on my libation to get myself started. So can't say it's a bad day. I already see we got one guest peeking into place, Miss Boss Boss. I like it. I like it. Welcome. Welcome to the show. So I hope to hear from you. Hang around, share your opinion. We're going to do what we do. So Tasha Mack, I don't see too many other family going, so it might just be you and I tonight talking our thing, we're doing what we do.
Well, that's what it's going to be then. We can talk shit.
That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? So tonight we are going to revisit one of TFG's staple platforms. That is one of their group pages, TFG's His and Hers Relationship Perspectives. And of course, we're going to do a review, and we're going to do it as only McMack and I can do it. And once again, the opinions that you hear, they're coming from us. We're unapologetic about it, and we're going to do what we do. And that's the boss man chiming in right there. That's Mr. Real Estate Insider, Mr. Lamar Falk, the innovator, operator, originator of all this shit here. What's going on, my brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for popping in and blessing us with presence. We appreciate it. So, Tasha, we're going to get this thing started because, you know, I know you and I, actually, when it's just you and I, maybe we can go a little bit deeper and we're going to have some fun with it. Oh, my boy from the Little Rock is in the house. What's up, Derek? How you doing, my partner? Thank you for tuning in. Check us out. I want to hear your opinions throughout the show. So I don't know if you guys saw, let's see where do I want to start. I don't know if you guys saw the incident that I had posted a while back, and it also got posted on the TFG His and Hers Relationship Perspective page of the couple that was on an airlines and a little boy was kicking his seat. Did you get a chance to see that, Big Mac?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I have not talked to you exclusively about this, but I want to show it first. And anybody watching, I would love to hear your opinions as well. And I shared mine ahead of time. And since then, I've had even more time to think about it. So let me share my screen. Let me get this queued up first. And I want to share my screen. Oh, no, don't do that to me. Oh, good Lord. I had it all queued up, y'all. So hang on, because I got to scroll all the way back down now and find the damn thing. Okay, no, I don't. No, I don't. Here we go. Let's share my screen. And then, Tasha, I want to get your opinion on this, okay?
Okay.
So let's see. Which one do I need to go to? Nope, that's not the one. That's the one. Okay, can you still hear me?
I can hear you.
Beautiful. So let me rewind this to the beginning. And because I don't want us to miss a thing. And this is a kind of a long clip. It's 4 minutes and 26 seconds, but it's just you and I. So we're going to watch the whole damn thing. I'm not going to pause it. I want you to see it in its entirety. And I want your honest, you always going to give me honest, but anybody watching, I want your honest view on how you would react if who you think maybe was in the wrong. Okay, here we go.
And check in later. You know?
Later.
Yeah. If I was that kid, I would. He's just like, it's like he's just trying to.
Hey, buddy. That's awesome. You having fun?
It's just a kid. Don't say nothing.
Other kids can say I'm calling.
I mean, he is a little boy, you know, he's trying to keep him occupied on the plane for 3 hours.
I understand. We're just trying to relax and get to our destination.
I understand
We're all
that.
trying to be
Right.
good.
It's fine. We'll stop in a sec. Hey,
You've got a lot of energy, don't you?
just talk to me.
Man, I'm sorry. Do you care to like get your kid in control?
It's getting real.
I mean, have you ever had a kid on the plane for 3 hours? What would you do? What would you do?
She's got a good
If that was
point.
my kid, he would be behaving.
He's behaving, definitely behaving. Now
I don't think you've passed on good manners.
I definitely passed on good manners. I'm gonna need you to turn
I think-
around.
Oh,
Listen,
no.
I got this.
Hey,
I'm gonna need you to turn around
Just
and play it off.
Play it
He
off.
stopped. He stopped.
Okay.
He stopped.
Yeah, you're good.
Honestly, you don't need to make a scene.
I mean, come on.
Stop, honey. Like,
What do you mean
honestly.
stop it?
Yeah,
I mean,
listen
I
to
feel like
your
I'm on
wife.
a roller coaster.
Listen to your wife. That's your best bet. Turn around and listen to your wife.
Hey, buddy. Is there any way you can stop maybe kicking the seat?
Do not talk to my son.
Oh.
Don't talk to my son.
Man,
I was.
Talk to me like your husband did. Talk to me.
have you considered reading a motherhood book?
Motherhood.
I was just trying to.
Yeah,
Keep
you're
your-
overstepping your boundaries.
Overstepping my
Yeah, you are, and you're really starting to piss me
You're
off.
overstepping my boundaries
Yes,
by letting
yes.
your kid.
No, my kid is just fine. My kid is fine. Turn around. No, you can turn
Lower your
around.
voice a little bit.
No, I don't need to lower anything.
I was asking you nicely,
You-
and I was asking your
No,
son
but
nicely. if
both
he
of
could
y'all-
stop kicking the
Both of y'all
back of his
together.
seat.
Can you not
Or-
talk to my wife?
First of all, your husband is disrespectful.
Do not
Your
point
husband
at my
disrespectful.
husband.
No, okay, well, I'll point at you then.
I'll tell you what's disrespectful. The way that you're talking to us right now is really
And the way that you
disrespectful.
turn around
just
and
let
talk
your
to my
kids
son,
go
and you talk
crazy?
about reading a book.
Yeah.
You
I
read a
think
book.
I think
You need to read a book,
I
and
think-
then
I
maybe
think
you wouldn't be
perhaps-
entertaining back here.
Maybe you should
Re-
join a mother's group and maybe get
No,
some
I don't
pointers
need-
on how to be a
No.
mom.
Oh,
No.
hey, buddy,
Keep
do you
your
think
kids
you
in
can
control.
maybe just stop kicking the seat for a sec?
He's just fine now at this
Ask
point.
him nicely.
He needs to kick the
Man.
seat now because now y'all trying to make me mad, and y'all don't want to
I'm
do
not
that.
trying to
Man,
make you
Yeah,
mad.
you are.
You
Turn around.
you are
I'm not
escalating the
escalating nothing.
situation.
Turn around.
You are escalating the situation.
No.
And your kid is still kicking my chair.
Okay. Now you on a roller coaster. Forget a plane. You on a roller coaster now. At this
Should we
point,
just,
because when
should we
you,
call the
I was
police?
letting you slide. I was trying to.
You're in charge of your child.
I
Yeah,
am
just
in
reach out
charge
I'm
of
in
my
charge of your
and your
child.
wife should be in charge of you because you talk
My
too
wife
much.
is not in charge of me.
Well, she needs to be. That's your problem.
Maybe
I'm
you
sorry.
just.
Maybe if I was kicking
You're
the
just-
chair, she would.
This is just inappropriate. The way that you're talking to both of us. is
Inappropriate.
Really
Inappropriate is
inappropriate.
him telling me to read a mother book. I got 3 boys. I don't need to read no mother book.
There's 2 more.
It sure is. It sure is. And maybe y'all need to try to have one so maybe y'all don't understand how to raise y'all own instead of trying to raise
I
mine.
think we're all adults here. We can
Okay,
just
uh,
be civil to each other and
How are
a
you?
little nicer.
Doing good? I hear you're a little bit of a soccer star. Is that true?
Yeah. Maybe he could just move seats. Do you have any open? Is it? No, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to. I'll just stay out of it.
Don't you worry. How about this? Even better
You know
than
what?
a new seat. How about
He
if
could-
you
he
go
could
up to
take
the
my-
cockpit, you can see how the
He
plane
can take
is
my
flying.
seat too.
How would you
honestly.
like that? Oh, you
Yeah.
follow me. All right.
You can take him up to the
Yeah, he's gonna see the
Yeah.
cockpit, see how the plane
There you
flies.
go.
There you go.
Look, we'll see that.
All right.
Some peace and quiet.
Good luck.
God bless.
Whoa. Okay. Tasha, it's just you and I. There's a lot to digest there. A lot to digest. Get your thoughts together. Shafana, how you doing, sweetheart? We're missing you and the hubby tonight. So miss you guys. You say y'all on the way. Fantastic. My brother from another. What's up? What's up? Mr. Kendrick himself. And the real estate inside said that's the absolute worst on a plane. Tasha, what's your immediate reaction as you watch that in its entirety?
Number one, that's a terrible skit. Okay, let's just get that out the way. That's a terrible skit. But my immediate reaction, it's infuriating. I'm sorry. I don't care. I believe in kid-free spaces. And that right there is annoying to me. The mother was wrong all the way because she wasn't doing her best. She wasn't doing anything to occupy the child. She didn't take any steps to me to stop him from kicking, even by simply just putting her hand down there. You're sitting there, you're watching them do it. I mean, if anything, that unnecessary movement to me would get on your nerves, because it got on my nerves because he's moving too much. He needs to sit back and he needs to sit still. But that's the thing. Like, people bring their kids like onto planes, bring them into public, and they automatically think that everybody is a kid person, or that everybody's going to be understanding or sensitive to it, and you get no passes. No, everybody has short fuses now. So if you don't want someone saying something to your child or correcting them because you won't, keep them at home. And
I
I
got a
thought
question. Okay. Do we know for certain that that was a skit?
oh, it's definitely a skit.
I said, do we know for certain that that was a skit?
I haven't like done the research on it, but I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Because I know you look into that.
No, the only reason why I say that is because no flight attendant ever showed up. And normally, by all that commotion, a flight attendant would have shown up, by all those people talking, like that. Nobody even made an attempt to even get a flight attendant's, attention about it. So that's why, to me, it's a skit. That's not real.
I thought it was real, but I'd love for you to dig a little deeper and find out for certain.
Mm-hmm.
The guy filming it, he says anything. He say, "Oh, I've already pushed the button." Now, I've been on a plane many, many times. I'm not convinced it was a skit. And the reason why I started there was because when I first posted it, a woman came at me with that very thing, saying, "You taking it so serious? It's just a skit." And so my answer to her was, skit or not, even after watching it now again, I have to control myself. Skit or not, it infuriates me. Again, I thought it was realistic. In a plane, you're already trapped in a stressful situation. Let's examine that. To be on that plane at that stage, you've already stood in a line in all likelihood, taking your shoes off, whatever, go through the baggage check thing, this, that, and the other. You're waiting to be boarded. You finally get your seat after you put your bags away or whatever the case might be. You're trapped into a tin can, a sardine tin can, regardless of it being modern technology. You're trapped in a confined space with others. Let's just start there. So you're not in the comfort of your own vehicle where it's just you and your family, who the fuck you get to choose. You're trapped in there with strangers, people you don't know. And again, nobody's wearing masks anymore. So already you're in a situation that's fraught with all kinds of things that already are not in the most comfortable. You're doing your very best to sit and be comfortable for whatever the duration of that flight is. And now to have somebody kicking your seat. And I love where you went with it. People with children, you get angry with me if you want to. Those are your children. You're the only ones required to love them. And when you make the choice to bring them into a situation, a public space where others are, it is your responsibility to control them. And from the beginning, I get angry every time I look at it, because she saw her son kicking a seat, and I say this all the time, you parents, just because you become immune to whatever your children are doing, the noise, the antics, the movement, that's not okay with everybody else. And I know you might be be able to, since that's your child, and she mentioned she had 3 others, so it's 4 of them. Just because you're programmed, welcome, brother Bert.
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
And just because you're programmed to tune all that out, I'm gonna use myself as a perfect example. I live alone for a reason. I choose to. I don't have pets. I don't have children. I like total silence. Now, I'm not an idiot when I go on a bus, a plane, a train. I go in a grocery store. I have to deal with people. But when I paid my full price to sit on a plane, and now you're disturbing me, and even from the beginning, he simply turned around and her very first expression told you everything about who. That's why I'm not convinced that she was that it was a skit. But if she did a good job pissing me the fuck off. And my thing is, I hated everything about. There was so much I didn't like. I didn't like that his wife immediately was checking her husband as if he was in the wrong. And my thing was, I thought the guy showed a remarkable amount of restraint rather, the way he talked to her and everything. And at the end, let me fast forward to the end. If it was a skit, to reward this little bastard by taking him on a trip to see the pilot, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? I had so many issues with that. It couldn't have been me. Folks, I got to fly on September 22nd. I live in actual fear that I would be in that situation where I would have somebody behind me kicking my seat because I'm not going to be nice about it. It's not even going to get a chance for it to be, oh, can you excuse me? My thing would be, can you stop kicking my seat, please? And that's the only fucking first warning you get because we're on a fucking plane.
Well,
Behave.
there is a new airline. I cannot think of the name of it. Brand new. They do adult only flights. I can't think of the name of the airline, but they have launched it or are in the process of launching it. So people will see, depending on like the price and of course just the, reliability of the airlines, if it's worth paying the extra to be able to fly, like kid friendly. So
I love the concept, but I ain't paying extra, and I shouldn't have to get away from your little fucker. If you bring the little bastard on out in public, they ought to be trained. Put a leash or a muzzle on that motherfucker. I don't like kids anyway. Derek Ingram says she could have moved her son to. I would have, like I said, that bitch should have got slapped. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, Hannah and Bert, welcome. I'm pissed really watching that because haven't you guys been in a movie theater and somebody has a crying kid or a baby and the motherfucking screen standing 8 feet tall is telling you shut the fuck up, turn your phones off and all that kind of stuff. And so you're waiting for this little bastard to get them under control. Fuck you bringing a baby in a movie theater for anyway. Already a PG-13, what you got your little fucker in here for anyway? And now you want to shut this motherfucker up. And every time you look up, they're going back and forth to get popcorn spilling shit. I hate that shit. That's why I stopped going to movies. I hate fucking people with their fucking kids. Hate that shit.
Bert and Anna, you want to get in on this?
No, sorry. What y'all say?
That's like me in Costco yesterday.
What? Explains. We got time. What happened?
Oh, me? Oh, no. I was in Costco yesterday. And so my kids are older. So my son's about to be 17. So I'm not used to little kids, especially school age. And we go there 1 hour, and this little kid, this mom had 3 boys. I feel for her. And he was just like on her knees, screaming, crying. I'm like, yo, he gotta take his ass home. Then we go down the other aisle. This guy had his daughter, she's screaming and crying. I'm like, yo, like, why is these little pump snatchers out here crying? Like, if you sleepy after school, don't bring them to Costco. Take them home and have a nap because they're just getting adjusted to school. And then you come out. Because I don't need to hear that while I'm shopping. But I know I sound bad. Bert was like, you need to eat because you hungry. No. But I was so annoyed.
I agree with you.
Because why are y'all screaming up and down the aisles? My kids, we've been able to age, they know not to do that. Like, you know better. Don't come in here yelling. Don't come in here embarrassing me. And don't come screaming. If you got on the plane or you got on the train, you act right. Do not come in here showing your behind. Parents don't do that no more.
You were taught back in the day when we was going somewhere, you got that warning before you walked out the door. Okay, we get ready to go to X, Y, and Z. Don't touch shit. Don't ask for shit. You know what I'm saying? You got that warning, and and kids being kids. Let's say if you got all it would take is that look, and you knew at that point. But again, we got this new age parenting. You know, she said, "Don't talk to my son." Well, bitch, you talk to him.
She
If
don't
you don't want me
talk
talking to him, then you talk to him. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
So
May, remember when you used to get that like from your mom, and that they used to talk between their teeth? Like,
yeah,
I'm gonna slap the shit out of you.
But again, anyway, so let me move on to a different, because I get pissed every time I think about that. And Tasha, if that was a skit, whew, they got my nerves going.
You think that was a skit? I thought that's
what I say. That's what I say. Tasha,
that was
please.
not real. That was definitely a skit.
No. But please find out for me. Please find out for me. I don't know if this is what you was referring to.
Yeah, that's it.
Turkish Dutch Corendon Airlines.
That's it. Yeah.
That could be a niche market, you know, but I don't feel like I should have to pay extra just to get rid of
Dutch
kids.
Airline. I won't be on that.
If you choose to bring your kid, make sure the motherfucker behave. Okay, here's another one from TFG's His and Hers Relationship Perspectives. And this is just a post, but let me share my screen so you can see it. And then we're going to discuss. So, it's not a video or anything, but it's just a post. Man says women give their best selves and prime years to the toxic men, then want a good man when they're damaged goods on the clearance rack. I wanted to read a couple of comments if I can pull them up. This woman says, good men don't talk like that, but hey, it is what it is. The guy Mia says they do when they recognize bullshit. She says bullshit. Good men aren't honest. Terrence says good men aren't honest. He's saying this to the woman. The woman comes back and says it's not about being honest. It's about understanding people. Grow up in different speeds and different environments, and that's what might have been something they found comfort in young is something they might not the older they get. Okay, you all fucked up, sweetheart. Look, if you're in your 30s, single, you had a toxic relationship at some, I guess you said some point, be it a guy or a girl, what is the point of bringing it up even if they grew past that? Okay. She also said, it's funny, they actually don't. Both good men and women understand that adults that are single have gone through a relationship or relationships that haven't worked out, and it is what it is. They aren't out here worried about it. Maybe you don't get that because, well, anyway. So another guy says it's mostly true, depends on the woman. Guy says a lot of truth to this. Terrence says true. Another guy says true, unfortunately. Another man says vice versa. Alicia says a man's best years are not in his 20s. Interesting. Okay. A man's best years are not in his 20s. Okay, so as you see some of these comments, Latoya says facts, but it goes both ways. A lot of men play and be for the streets for years. Then he gets old, fat, and can't function like he used to. Then he's ready to settle down. So I felt like she was speaking to me. So fuck you, bitch. But okay. And then so another lady says because Latoya says agreed. You took the words right out of my mouth, and I can see her saying it, wiggling her motherfucking neck while she's saying it. And Latoya asked her because they will hold around for years, and then when they get their heart problems, diabetes, and erectile dysfunctions, then they're ready to settle down. Yeah, that bitch talking to me. That bitch talking to me. Fuck you, though. Okay, so let's get to it.
Like nobody is talking to you now, but if it resonated with you, I can't help that. Let me just say it like that. Ain't nobody talking to you. Didn't nobody pull it up and say, "Let me talk to Black about it"? They didn't tag you in it, did it? They didn't tag you in it, did they?
No, I'm coming for that bitch though. But y'all go ahead. What do y'all think of just the idea of what he said? And before we move on, before you go, Tasha. Kenny says, yeah, I just researched. The kid kicking the seat on the airplane was a skit. The white guy's an actor and does TikTok videos creating different real life scenarios. So
that's what I thought. Yeah.
They still got my goal. Thank you, brother Kenny. Thank you for breaking that down for us.
I was gonna say because he looked familiar, but I didn't want to like zoom all the way in like while I'm on my phone. So but
Tasha froze. McMahon. While Tasha froze, Well, Tasha froze. What do you guys think about what was said, the statement? Oh, Tasha, you back. Whoever want to go first.
Go ahead, Hannah.
I have two issues with this.
Okay.
I'm so sick and tired of these podcast Negroes who ain't got nothing to do but sit in their mom's basement and talk shit. That's my problem right then and there. Because the problem is we don't go out there like, where's the toxic minute? Run up in me. The problem is they be trying to portray that they're good men. And then once you fall into it, you find out they toxic as hell. And then you already balls deep in the situation. So you can't, some people don't know how to walk away from it. So my issue is they want to sit here and judge after you just dogged out 50,000 women. Now the one woman who you want to give you a chance, but not because she already peaked your BS. Because once we older, a lot of us got more knowledge and common sense. We've been through it. We ain't putting up with it. Now y'all want to go sit your little podcast, buy your little Amazon mic, and talk shit. So that's my issue with that post. However, some women do want that. Like I know some women like now they after you went through Bad Boys, Sierra. Now you just want somebody who like, you know, I'm just want somebody to come home to settle down with who's not gonna put me through it. But nobody goes out seeking it. And men need to take accountability of being trash and stop blaming it on women for picking trash men. If you wasn't bringing trash to us, then we wouldn't have to deal with it. And that's not all men and that's not all women.
Respect. Brother Bert, any comments?
I think there is some relevance, some truth to it.
Okay.
But again, it's not all women. Some women like it. Some women just like that toxicity of being with a guy that's like that, regardless if the guy comes in like a knight in shining armor at first and turns into whatever he turns into. But there's some women out there that just like that. They like that back and forth. They feel like that's love. And I don't know what they've been exposed to growing up, but maybe they think that's the norm sometimes. But then when they get it together, of course, then they're on a different path and then they go ahead with a good man. But I don't feel like a lot of them are used up or anything like that. Some of them might be used up, but at the end of the day, it's just where they at that time. Okay. You know, I see it a lot. I hear a lot. I see it on both sides. Sometimes it could be men. Some men like that toxic woman. You know what I mean? I don't know if that they feel like it keeps them alive or keeps them going. They just like that drama or something like that. But for some reason, some people are attracted to that. You know,
I agree. Real estate insider makes a good point. Christian, or however you pronounce her name, loves it. Christian.
No, she left him finally.
Yeah, she ain't. That her getting pregnant to me was the worst and best thing that probably could have happened to her, because she wasn't gonna leave him. If she wasn't gonna leave him, not sober, she wasn't gonna be able to leave him sober.
You date Natasha.
Okay. Now, Tasha, what you were going to say, though, on the subject itself, man says women give their best selves in prime years to the toxic men, then want a good man when they're damaged goods on the clearance rack. What do you say?
Okay, so for men, they're taking into assumption like the woman's like best years, like her younger years, like when she's younger, first getting out there, what, in her 20s to what, early 30s, however we want to classify the best years.
Okay.
As people are out there experiencing life, whatever it is, turning up, learning who they are, whatever it is. But men have the same period. It just happens a little bit later. It happens, I would probably say, from, maybe like their late 20s all the way through their, 30s into like right when they're hitting 40. That's when their mortality comes to mind and it's like, hey, I ain't gonna be single forever. I gotta get serious. Everybody does it, and they just do it at different times. And I don't think that there is necessarily anything wrong with it, because when you know better, when you know better, or you've been exposed to shit, you're usually gonna pick better. Are you not? Just with the experience, you learn what you don't like, what you don't want, and what you don't need. So I mean, it's not. And to Bert's point, I do think that there are some women that just love that struggle love. They'll always be in those struggle love relationships because that's who those people that they choose to be with. That's who they are at their core. They just toxic. They're toxic, so they love toxic people. So, but I mean, I think it's the same for both.
Okay. You guys are really bringing some different dynamics to it, and that's why I love how we bring it to the family. I dissected it completely different, and so I literally took apart the first part of it. The guy says that women give their best selves in their prime years. Even if we start there, I disagree. I don't think a woman's best. So even your analogy, Tasha, for me, this is my opinion. But if you ask me if a woman's best self in her prime years, if we're talking about those early years, I don't necessarily consider that her best self. If anything, I would venture to say a lot of young women in those younger years, they don't even know what they want. They don't even know how they want to be fucked. We talked about this on the show many times. You got a lot of young women who've never had an orgasm, and that's because they don't even know their bodies just yet. And they experiment in learning who they are. Now, if we're just talking about their youth, that's a different thing. But I actually believe women get better in time. If you ask me, the best women, I think, fall within the range of 30 and up. After you've gotten all of that shit out of your system. When you've done the threesomes and the tricks and the traits and all the other stuff, and there's a level of maturity to you now that now you kind of at this stage are beginning to recognize some of the shit you did, I wouldn't do that anymore. The other part of it is to give it to the toxic men. I don't necessarily think that's true. Now, I was a motherfucker out there in my youth. Now, I wouldn't have considered myself toxic. I gave them hoes what they wanted.
No.
I'm keeping it real with you. Because here's the truth of the matter is they wouldn't have wanted the nice version of me. Black was created for that reason, folks. When I initially started out, I found myself divorced and wanted to be the nice guy. You know what I found out? Fuck you. Back then, it wasn't no terms of you're a simp and this and that, but that's not what they wanted. When Black was born out of necessity, Black was born because, oh my God, you mean if I treat this bitch like she ain't shit, she willing to keep coming through, sucking and fucking. And the worse I got, the more they loved me. I still wouldn't have considered myself toxic. I just love pussy. And at that time, I'm giving these hoes what they want. But now I understand the content, what he's trying to say about the damaged goods, because here's the part that I do kind of agree with where he's trying to go with it. What I resent a lot of times is when you nasty, filthy, no good bitches suck, fuck, pin your ears clean back behind your ears and get every hole you got plugged up. Then all of a sudden, now when your titties is down to your navel, your stomach is look like fucking balled up homework because you had a bunch of kids, your hair's nappy as a pig's ass, you ain't fulfilled your destiny to become what you want to be in life. Now all of a sudden you want to wait till you get married. And I don't do this and I don't do that. Bitch, they called you jawbone for the last 20 years and now you're talking about what you won't do. That's the shit that I resent. That all of a sudden now you want a good man. Bitch, you ain't worth having a good man. You ought to settle the fuck down and take what you can get. And for that bitch that was talking to me, yes, I got diabetes.
Talking to you. He was not talking to you.
He felt like he was.
Somebody scroll through the comments and see if she tagged him.
His name was not mentioned. There was no ad. There was nothing.
You just slid in three films, everything. You just
He's still mad.
I'm just saying that bitch. Why you gonna call out fat men with ejaculate? Your pussy ain't all that. By that, trust and believe. This whole idea that you getting better, bitch. By the time they get you your musty ass, your pussy all wallowed out because you done played it and everybody been in that shit. Oh, and while you might not have erectile dysfunction issues, you ain't
Lord
that
help
pussy don't
us.
got that snapback like it used to either. And your gummy head ass, your pussy ain't all that good either. You funky hoe.
What is wrong with you? What you sipping on?
Black, she was not talking to you.
Thank you, Ty.
What you
Please
sipping
tell
on?
I'm
what you got in that
sorry,
cup?
I'm not talking to you.
I'm just saying.
You got Henny?
No, I'm drinking Fireball.
I know it's something. I knew it. That fire
Got you fired up.
I'm just saying. I'm having a good day. Bitch, don't come for me. Shit.
She did not come for you.
You didn't say your name. None of that.
I'm just saying. Okay, let me move on. Okay, I pulled this one from the page as well, and this is directed at the ladies, but I got a twist to it. It says, ladies, do y'all regret the person you lost your virginity to? And if so, why? And so, as men, because while you ladies are answering this, I want for me and my brother to consider this too. We don't often think of men in that same spirit that I lost my virginity to somebody, but I am curious if you regret your first time for all of us. I am curious if you regret your first time. Was it a pleasant experience, or if you could wipe that off the map, would you wipe that first experience away if you remember it? So, ladies, just on that subject alone, do you regret the person you lost your virginity to?
I can't say no because I married that person. But the experience was trash.
Whoa.
But I didn't know any better because I was a virgin.
Good point.
But now,
good point.
That me as an adult and grown was trash. Trash.
Oh my God.
However, I mean, clearly I had kids, so I can't say, yeah, I regret it. But just me being the awkward person I was, when you a PK, you don't really know nothing. So you like, oh, all right. And then you looking back like, yeah, that was trash. I would have never did that.
Right.
Like ever.
Tasha?
I need to put my cup down.
Tasha, before you go. Tasha, before you go, Kenny says, what's that saying? A hit dog.
Right, right.
Kenny, that bitch was talking about me, and I know.
No, you're gonna be talking about you now.
I'm right. The next post gonna be like, me.
She's gonna be talking about you now, definitely.
You gonna have everything.
Right.
You gonna have 1,000 notifications.
You're gonna be on your ass now.
You right.
I felt like she was talking to me. What you say on this one, Tasha? Do you regret the person you lost your virginity to?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
I don't. No, he was nice. He was gentle. He, didn't pressure me into it. It wasn't terrible. So no, I don't regret it. But then again, like I was, like he was, he was older than me. So of course, he had more experience, but no, I don't regret it.
Okay, cool. My brother, again, we don't normally think about it from a man that, regret the first time. I think pretty much universally, men are happy as fuck that it was our first time. So, but maybe I could be wrong. I just don't know of a guy that's gonna say, man, that was a bad experience, so I hate that happened. So I'm assuming universally that it was what it was. But if you could go back though, was there any reason why would you wipe that away as your first experience, brother Bird?
No, because I was a teenager.
A teenager.
You know what I mean? And it was all about, to tell you the truth, it was all about, especially the crew I ran with, it was about GTD. Get the draws, dog. That's all it was about.
Yes, sir.
So
yes, sir.
Regardless of whether it was trash or not, it was just something weird. And I'm being brutally honest. It was just something to say, yeah, I got that. And you know, and your crew, you weren't the virgin in your crew. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it was about with the guys, especially growing up. It was like, did you get her? Yeah, it could have been trash. It could have been
glad he answered it.
But all we worried about was the end fucking result.
Why are you looking at him like that?
Because he was loose.
No, that's what I'm glad he answered that way, because I wanted y'all to see the differences. This is the cool part about that question.
So it didn't even
matter. It is so cool about that question really to ask women that. I looked at y'all faces, and women do this whole nostalgic thing where y'all go back in y'all memory banks and shit, and y'all think about how it was. If you listen to a man, it's the check the box. I'm no longer a virgin.
That's all it was.
That's what
okay. Well, let me say this.
It was like you said, we checked the box.
Check the box.
I ain't a virgin.
A teenager?
Could it be though? That's what I was gonna say. Well, now wait a minute, hon. I was 17 when I lost mine, so don't be judging us teenagers.
I know. He was 13.
What?
Were you?
No.
14.
No.
15.
16.
16. He was loose.
That's not bad. But I guess that's what I'm thinking. Like maybe it's like the age. Maybe it's like an age kind of thing.
That could definitely. I think men tend to lose their virginity much earlier than women. Well, they used to, Tasha.
I know you said that he was older. You said you was a teenager. How much older?
None of your business.
No, fuck that. This is our business.
No, it's your business.
So the person that I lost my virginity to ended up getting statutory rape charges on him. Like my parents, like it was like a whole thing. Like my parents like made me like say all. It was crazy. They made me like. They really like pressed the issue because he was 21.
Oh, okay.
Getting ready to turn 22.
You were 17.
And I was 17.
Did he know you were 17?
Yeah, I told him. Yeah.
Okay. Damn. That's like a movie, Tasha.
Yeah, well, it was
I know, right?
My senior year of high school was interesting to say the least. It was, it was stressful.
Wow.
So.
Question: did you want it to happen, or were you pressured into it happening?
No. I wanted it to happen.
Okay.
I wanted it to happen. No, because we were dating. We were dating. He was my first boyfriend. We were dating, and it was the whole thing of your parents not really knowing that you were like dating or anything too.
Yeah.
Like it's not like I could exactly like introduce him to them because it would have been quickly shut down.
Okay.
But I didn't lose it in the back of no car, nothing. It was at his house where
the car thing came much later, didn't it?
Oh yeah, that was my second boyfriend. We used to fuck like nobody's business. Anyways,
see, I wanted y'all to see. That's just like me.
No, that was the boyfriend after him. So
I wish my brother was on the show because Kenny, I wish you could be here to explain this. Kenny says his first time, he said, "Wife, that is straight off the map, tragic." And he goes on to say, "Straight trash, sent my horny R straight to the doctor." Damn.
Damn. Took him to the doctor.
Hot. Damn.
The cock was hot.
Damn. What? Kenny, I wish you was here to tell us.
Kenny, where
Hey, brother, how old was you and how old was she? Good God. Miss Toria, super fan. Welcome. Thank you, baby. She says, "Hello, just getting in. I will rewind later to see what I missed." Derek says, "At Bird and Black, true." So he was talking about the fact that as men, we just checking a box off. And so my situation is a little bit unique. My first real sexual experience was with a cousin. If you watching Cuz, pussy was good too. But that was my first real experience.
Not just white people, y'all. Not just white people shit anymore. Keeping it in the family. All right.
She taught me a lot.
Wait, what?
She taught me a lot. I didn't know what I was doing, But I look back at it. It was just beautiful experiences between two cousins.
Third, fourth cousin.
It was not beautiful. Shut the fuck up. It was not beautiful.
It was. Those were beautiful. Those are treasured experiences that she and I shared.
Sir, that is trauma, is what that is.
That's crazy.
No, it's not. Now, the first time I did it where I thought I knew what I was doing, I was about 14. And like Bert, it was part of the initiation of being a boy, running with a group at that time. And you talked as men, there's young boys back then. Who was a virgin and did you get it? So I can't honestly sit here and tell you that it was memorable. It was just something to do to check that box off that, oh shit, guess what? I like Bert said, I got the draws, it was, you get that. Now you're a part of the group kind of thing, and you don't ever got to talk about it no more because now you're not a virgin. So that's the funny thing about women. Tori says, wow, Kenny, where you find her at? Kenny used to be here to tell us the details on that one. I'll tell you. All right, let's go to another one. And this one I think is a little bit more, should invite a little bit more serious conversation. And I'm going to show it. And I don't know if there's comments to it, but I definitely want to know what you guys think about this because I found this one interesting. Seriously. This is another one that I think is kind of thought-provoking because I wanted to see where you guys stand on this. A man who fears being seen as feminine is a man who fears being treated the way he treats women. And I want to say that again. Let me scroll back up. A man who fears being seen as feminine is a man who fears being treated the way he treats women. What do you guys think about that? Any truth to that?
What the hell?
You guys think any truth to that?
I don't want my man to be feminine. Like, am I confused?
That's why I wanted to dissect that. And the lady, the young lady who spoke on it, she said true. She co-signed it. She says, yep. Now, there aren't any comments on that one, which I thought also was very auspicious that nobody commented on it because I want to know what you guys think. A man who fears being seen as feminine is a man who fears being treated the way he treats women. True or false? What do you guys think?
I don't know because I'm not dating. I don't want to. Don't come for me. This real talk, right?
Yeah.
I'm not a lesbian. I don't want to date a feminine man. If I want to date a feminine man, I would be a lesbian. No offense. I did not sign up to date a feminine man. Not saying you cannot be in touch. You can cry. You can do whatever you want. That's not feminine to me. You just being a person. So I'm not sure what you want to categorize as feminine, but I didn't sign up to date no feminine man. So I can't really say if that's true or false because personally, I don't want us to both be the same. I'm not dating myself. So when people say you need to touch with your feminine side, it kind of bothers me because a man crying isn't feminine. A man expressing his emotions isn't feminine. Now we both got our nails painted white and we out here wearing red bottoms together, and then we got a little problem. Now we too feminine. But if we're just expressing and being emotional, why is that determined as being feminine? That's my issue. If that's what they're saying. But I don't think it matters because if men not fair to be feminine isn't have anything with how you treat a woman, because the problem is if a man is too feminine, then y'all got a problem with it. But if he don't touch with some emotions, then you got a problem with it. So I can't really say if it's true or false because it kind of is like, I don't know. I can't really determine what that is.
Okay. Tasha Albert, what do you think?
You go, Tasha.
Okay. It really doesn't make any sense. Like the sentence doesn't make any sense. honestly. A man who fears being seen as feminine is a man who fears being treated the way he treats women. That makes no sense. And it to Hannah's point, I was thinking along the same lines because if you ask some women what do they mean by like a man being feminine, sometimes they revert to just like the emotional part of it, just the emotions of it. And it's
Okay.
it's like so him showing his emotions isn't feminine. Him sitting up there gossiping in your face like a girlfriend, that's to me, that's feminine. Him always in a woman's business, like in the sense of, like always keeping up stuff between like two women, that's feminine to me. That
Okay.
that's feminine.
Okay.
But to this, no, because it has nothing to do with him treating someone that way. No, because are some women have this thing now where they're saying that men who are out here dogging women, sleeping with them by the multitudes, they're saying the expression is now that man doesn't like women, that man likes men. So, but
wait, what?
And that's where I think the comment was trying to go. Say that again, Tasha.
So the thing now that women are saying is that they say men who are out here sleeping with women, dogging women out, don't really like women or want to be with women. They want to be with men.
That's where I think the comment was trying to go. I didn't know if you was gonna we want to get the. Thank you, Tasha. Thank you. And I'm looking at your face, Bert, brother. What you say to this?
To what Tasha was saying about what women were
Just
saying?
any of it, just the statement, or what do you want to say to this?
I'm with both the ladies as far as that statement really didn't make much sense to me because it all depends on what you mean or what you deem as being feminine. Now, if you're going by what Tasha is saying as far as being in a woman's business and stuff like that, then okay, I get that, but no man should even want to be in a woman's business. You know what I'm saying? Like that shouldn't even be in your wheelhouse. But to tell you the truth, to me, I mean, to a man being feminine, it's like acting. To me, it's like acting like a woman.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that's something that a man should be. Now, if you're emotional, you're in touch with your emotions, you can express yourself, or if you cry, I don't got no problem with that. That's just being human. That's what you were born with. But if you start going to the point where you're being feminine, as far as my definition, as far as you acting like a woman, I just don't think that should be. And I don't think that means that like there's something like against you're against a woman or something like that. It's just I just don't think a man should be that way. I think we are built to be strong and built to endure and things of that nature and hold up the family and all, but not being acting a certain way that you should not be. Now, as far as sleeping with a bunch of women means that you want to sleep with a man, nah. No, because I know growing up, I ain't want no parts of no man.
But you was home.
Yeah, I love what that guy said. I love women. I love women. And sleeping around all that stuff don't mean that you want a man. Like I don't get that. I don't understand it. Like what you're saying that you're trying to work it out by going through all these women because you got feelings for a man.
That
like,
you really hate
that's
women.
Crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
It's kind of like the reverse psychology thing.
That's really truly, and I don't know if anyone's seen it. And before you go, Black, that's really truly the message that is being pushed out here to young people, to like younger people who like are, which is also adding more bullshit to the already tainted pool of candidates. Is that they are pushing that? It's so many women that will do like they'll see a video, they'll give their opinion on the video or a scenario, how we read like those relationship scenarios, and they're emphatically saying that these men don't like women, they don't like us, they don't like us, and that is being heavily pushed.
That Tasha, man, I tell you, this is why I love doing these topics. No, this is
Are these younger women?
Yeah, she said younger.
No, these aren't all. that chick
No.
Princella, who
Yeah, no,
that
this is
lady
just
Princella, she is
this
big
is the
into saying that men don't like
right,
that men don't like women.
Her man
right.
must be on the DL or something.
Oh
So
no! I just think that she, to me, because she had like a failed marriage. To me, she's just trying to convert women to
Yeah,
women
It
because
was
that's what
something.
she likes now. So
yeah.
And then
and
her husband cheat on her with a man.
I don't know, but this is where I'm going
Because
with this
that
because
could be
Tasha
it.
brought all that up. That's what makes this statement so dangerous to me, to be honest. Number one, it makes no sense, but to me, this is further adding to what I have been saying for a while, the emasculation of men in general, because they're trying to blur the lines between masculinity and femininity, and they want that erased. So anything that used to be considered masculine now is being labeled as toxic, you know. And so that's where I have a problem with this, is because, you know, even if you look at the first part of it, a man who fears being seen, right there, you're wanting to blur the lines between what's considered masculine and feminine, and you see the pervasiveness of this and how they want us to dress. And I'm glad you gave an example, Hannah, getting your nails painted white and stuff like that, because they want to blur the lines even between fashion and how we even carry ourselves. Then you turn around in the back end and want to link that in some kind of way with how we treat women. And Tasha is so right, because what you're really trying to connect is that if a man is out there, have a bunch of women that he sleeps with, and he's a ladies' man, he really hates women, y'all. You know, and that's just a cover some kind of way. And it's a message, like Tasha said, that they're trying to send to men, especially these younger generations, that you don't have to be like that. And that's why they're opening the door with all these new classifications now. We went away from just being heterosexual and homosexual. That doesn't exist anymore. Now you got people like Wayne Brady coming out without even being asked. Nobody put a mic in his face and said, what do you like? Unprovoked, unsolicited, he just thought it was necessary to tell you that he is whatever the fuck he call himself now. But they've got all these labels, sapiosexual, this, that, and the other, because you're trying to blur the lines between just basic masculinity and femininity. And to y'all point, you said you want no feminine man. I don't want no masculine woman.
Right.
I can sit here and tell you that right now. And I've always said that. I jokingly say I don't like New York women. And it's not that they're masculine, but I like the Southern femininity of women, because New York women are kind of short and curt, but they're not necessarily masculine. But I don't want a masculine woman. I don't want to be challenged every step along the way. I like defined roles of knowing, you know, there's certain things I'm looking for from you, from a woman, and I'm very attracted to femininity. I'm okay with you not wanting to get your hands dirty because I'm standing there, so you take out the garbage. I don't want a woman that's okay with gas smell on her hands and I'm fucking in the picture. Now, if you don't have nobody to pump your gas, then you have to do it. But I like defined roles. The way you two are sitting, I love that. I love a woman next to me with a feminine posture. I don't want a masculine. Baby, if you got to sit with your motherfucking legs open just like I got mine open, we got a problem.
Not the legs open now.
Yeah.
Cross your legs.
I need ladylike tendencies. That's attractive to me. And so this statement is just, it's fraught with so much of the bullshit that they're perpetuating now that it's just a turnoff to me. Speaking of toxic masculinity, I want to go to at least one more to where I want to read this case because it accurately kind of goes a little bit to another part of this. So let me share my screen. I don't know if you guys seen this example about the Minnie Mouse thing. Anybody?
I don't think.
What's this?
What happened?
So let me read the story, and then the picture will make a lot more sense as I read this. So look at the picture of Minnie Mouse.
Wait, what?
Soak that in. Soak that in, so then you'll understand this.
It looked like a dog got a hold to it.
So,
damn.
Who ate up Minnie?
This guy says, all right, so boom. I walk on the porch and see Prince playing with Minnie. So I snatch it out of his hand and ask him where he get this from. Prince said the trampoline park he wanted. So I proceeded to tell him it's for girls. He doesn't play with girls' toys. He can't have it. Rip up straight to the trash it goes. So I hit my baby mama like, I don't know where he got this from, but it's in the trash. Don't let him play with no girl shit or watch no girl shows. She told me he wanted at the trampoline park for Mackenzie. He kept talking about her. I instantly felt like shit. Ripped that damn mini doll like Hulk Hogan. But I gave both an apology. Rest in peace, Minnie Mouse. Now I owe him a new one.
No, nigga. Oh, my bad.
So,
no.
Digging further into it, I did want to ask a question because I want to see where parenting has moved and views on this. What do you guys think about little boys playing with dolls or playing feminine games and vice versa? Girls playing. Where do you stand on that? I am curious.
Okay, so I'll go. As a parent, I have a son and a daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And I was a huge tomboy. A huge. You wouldn't know it now. But once upon a time, I was the biggest boy. Because I had an older brother. So I know this might sound real hypocritical, but I don't want to see my son playing with Barbies, but he never did. But if it was like a mini or something, a stuffed animal, I don't think that I would have. Will never have a problem with a stuffed animal, if that makes sense.
Right.
But my daughter, she has racing cars and stuff, and I don't really see the issue with it. I don't think an issue with the playing with the toys is the issue. I think it's the issue when they push the agenda to make you. I think my issue would be if he was kind of dressing up, like putting on dresses and stuff like my daughter did. That probably would have been an issue for me, but playing with the toys probably wouldn't have been. But that issue with me with the dad really made me mad because you know how hard it is to win a toy out the machines. And you took that pride. Your son had pride to win something for somebody. Instead of him communicating and asking him what it was, he decided, hey, I'm hard as nails. I'm going to come here and rip a toy up. And that's the problem with some parents feel as though I'm the parent. I don't have to talk to a child. You can talk to I do talk to my kids. Now, I'm very opinionated, and I have to be because I'm your mom. I'm going to tell you how I feel. However, all he had to say was, son, who is Minnie for? His son would have been like, Dad, I like this girl. I want it for her. He worked hard to win that toy. No matter what his dad did to bring that toy back, it's not the same. Because you can buy 5 minis. I won that for a girl because I really wanted to impress her, and you destroyed it in 1 second because you want to be too masculine. Yeah, I want to tough, and you want to be tough. We want men. We want to be strong. But it's a point in time where you try to be too tough for no reason. And I think that's the issue. But as far as the toys, I don't want my son playing with no Barbie dolls, none of that. And I don't give a hell about Ken and none of that shit. I don't want that. But I don't mind my daughter playing with like Matchbox cars and stuff, which I know it sounds hypocritical, but that's how I feel.
No, I love it. This is real. That's why I want to get your real opinion. Tasha or Bert, where do you stand on this?
I'll let Bert go.
And before you go, Bert, Eric say my son didn't play with girls' toys. I make sure they had plenty to keep them occupied.
Yeah, I think Dad he might have jumped the gun just a little bit. He should have had that conversation. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Because I was never a dad that snapped first. I'm gonna talk to you first and see where you at, and then I react off of what you tell me. Now, having that talk, yeah, if he's saying like he won that for a girl, great. That all right, I get it. Get it over to her. All right, but now if you're gonna be playing with that thing, we're gonna have a different conversation because I ain't dealing with that shit. You call it toxic masculinity. You can call it whatever the hell you want to call it. Many. At the end of the day, you better get He-Man, Transformers, G.I. Joe, whatever the hell is out there. That's what you playing with, my man. Because at the end of the day, we do have defined roles. I don't care what the hell anybody say about, well, oh, you need to be in touch with this and that. We got defined roles. Guess what? If we see a woman in trouble, guess what? We're gonna help her. That's a defined role for a man. You know what I'm saying? If this trash need to be taken out, if something's too heavy for a woman, we're gonna go up to her like, yo, I got you on that, and we're gonna help her out. That's a defined role. So at the end of the oh yeah, right out. Look. But everything being equal, he should have talked to his son first, have that conversation, see where he's at. But at the end of the day, my son's never played with anything, whatever you deem as being feminine, girl, like Barbies and shit like that. No, they was in a whatever Tonka trucks, whatever video games, whatever it is. That's what they were into, and I didn't want them to be into. I'm not tolerating that shit.
Okay.
Get out of here with
Give
that.
me a cup. Give me a cup. No more whiskey.
Bert had a little trigger.
No, because you know what? Like, I'm tired of this toxic masculinity shit.
He went real.
Stuff.
Bert, you
like,
went real
listen,
gangster real quick.
We are. You know what I'm saying? We men. We get the fuck down. This is what we do, and that's it. We strong-willed, strong-minded, opinionated. This is what the fuck men are. You know what I mean? We love hard too and all that shit, but guess what? And we do have a soft side, but I ain't playing with no fucking Barbie dolls, and neither are you. Get your ass in there and start playing with them other men toys and He-Man and shit like that. Stop that bullshit and confusing these kids. Stop that.
That's my dog. That's my dog right there. Look at him.
All right, yo, we out. It's like, no, I'm playing.
Tasha, what you say, sweetheart?
To this, the dad's reaction might have scared him towards some dick. You can't be going, like over the top like that. I could see that reaction if he was doing like the voices and shit, and if you had caught him before, if he was like deep in character and you had caught him like before several times playing with the toy, he was like, stop doing that. But no, he did too much. That's why I said like he might have, kind of been like, okay, well, why can't I act like that? Why can't I do that? So it may make him want to do it even more now. So you just got to be careful. But as far as like the whole like toy thing, there are some toys, Barbie dolls and different things like that. Playing dress up like the little girls, like the little fake heels, the little fake nails, nail polish and things like that. That is for girls. That is for girls, little girls. Everything else, I think with boy toys, I think that to me there's a little bit more leniency and not as much as a double standard as a little girl playing with like little boy toys, so to speak. I grew up with brothers. Trust me, it wasn't. I didn't have nobody to play Barbie dolls with, so you better get out there and bounce the damn ball with them and figure it out. So
Thank you.
I feel you. I love it. I was curious to see where y'all stood on it. I love everything that was said here, and I just hate that we've gotten so far away from defined roles again. Brother Bert, you nailed it to me, and I want to shout out Derek's comments for a reason. He says you should definitely talk with your kids to have an understanding.
Yes.
But I also like your first comment where you said you had plenty to keep them occupied. That in of itself. This is where as a dad and you have boys and girls, you have to be involved enough to give a fuck, first of all, to be vigilant enough to watch what's going on. Because I can sit here and tell you now, and Tasha know this to be true, we know people right now who blurred those lines and told boys that it was okay to
suck dick.
Suck dick. I beat my son up.
I was gonna be nice.
No.
I was actually gonna be nice.
Can't be nice. That was too extreme.
I was gonna be nice. But we have real examples of boys being told that there's nothing wrong with you because you sucked a little dick. even when the amount of dicks that you sucked had you with gonorrhea of the throat.
I don't want my daughter doing it either.
Come on.
All right, time.
We know other people who blurred the lines because they allowed their children to see one day where you're a wife and the next day you got a girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Then you wonder why your children is down with whatever. So I hate that the lines have been blurred, because there used to be a time when parents were more vigilant. And even in cases where parents wasn't there, I don't know what the fuck a father is. But I had older brothers that when they caught me grabbing Sherry's doll, whoa, wait a minute. Boys don't play with dolls. So they got my ass a Stretch Armstrong. I'm telling my age now.
Oh, I remember Stretch Armstrong.
You know, and I did have Tonka toys. And I literally went in the alleys hunting rats, literal rats. I did things that boys do because I was told that's what boys do.
Boys do not be hunting rats. What is wrong with you?
But I'm saying, but in that time period, growing up in Harlem, I had to do boy shit because it was made clear to me, you're not going to be jumping rope with the girls.
Oh no!
You're not gonna do double dutch and play jacks with the girls. No, nope. Just not.
Now I have boys that play double dutch with us.
We're not having it. You know what's weird is when I got older and I liked girls, and I would run and interrupt the double dutch game. But to learn to double dutch and turn with them, that's gonna be a no-no.
We used to love that.
You know, and the damn sure wasn't no dressing up. And some of these same examples, I could tell you, I watched and witnessed with my own eyes, boys being allowed to be effeminate and wear little shorts and sit around and get hugged a little too motherfucking much for my comfort. And so when I think about what Derek said, you definitely want to talk with your kids. You owe them that relationship to explain things and to set in your own morals, principles, and values. But you also need to keep their ass occupied so that they learn roles of men. So I love what you said, Bert, because if you start early teaching them, part of your role as a man is to recognize that women are weaker, and it don't have to be big things that, like he said, you're walking, you see a woman struggling with a package. Hey, sweetheart, I still use those same things are instilled in me. Sweetheart, you got this? You okay? You know what I'm saying? Sweetheart, do you need any help? You know, I can be in a grocery store, somebody's reading something. I don't have to be asked. It's a woman. Let me get that for you. You know, I don't know you from Adam. Part of the defined role of being a man is to be helpful and to recognize that's a woman. That's a woman. And we've gotten so far away from that. And it's not talking down to a woman and all this kind of shit. It's just part of understanding the role that you're a man. And again, I hate we've gotten so far away from that. So I agree with everything you guys said. Yeah, he jumped to conclusions, but we don't know the context of why, you know. And so, because I think about how he called his baby mama, you know what I'm saying? Because are they together, or does he get him on the weekends? I think, and
he should have called her before he ripped it.
When you start thinking about that, so what was the context that he shows up? If you got him on the weekends, she got primary custody. He shows up with a doll. Maybe he jumped to conclusion. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoa, what the fuck is it? Like he said, look, I don't know where you got this from. But so you know, there's more to know from that. But yeah, there's, you know, once again, we living in strange times, and me and Tasha have been saying this for as long as we can remember. Everything that's been traditional has been thrown away, and it's done a lot of damage, folks. It's done a lot of damage out there. So this is nothing against gay, straight, or whatever. This is just my belief system, whatever, you know. So I'm of the belief that boys should play with boys things, girls should play with girls. And I love what you said, Tasha. There's a lot of leeway with girls, you know, being tomboys and everything, because eventually they're going to grow into women regardless. I just don't want my boy growing into a woman too.
Word. There you go.
You know. So anyway, we're gonna stop there, folks. So I thank you guys.
Dang, this was getting good.
So you know we could keep going, except I know I'm on the East Coast Standard Time, so you know I want to get my nasty fat black ass in the shower because I've had a really good day, you know. But this is my point. I get to my hump day. We missed some of the family. I talked to Sherry earlier. Sis, we missed you. Kenny, you know we missed you, my brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but again, my favorite couple in the world. Thank you guys for showing up. You know, I love you. I appreciate you guys.
I said I'm on the way.
I love it. Like I said, me and Tasha was like, you know, we gonna do this thing. And Mr. TFG, Mr. Lamar, don't nobody do TFG his and hers like we do here, Real Talk. So, you know, we do our thing. Victoria says, good show. I'm going to go back to the beginning. Now have a good week. You too have a blessed week. For those who are experiencing issues dealing with the weather, there's a lot going on out there. It's sweeping through Georgia, Florida. So you know,
you
be
in
careful.
Georgia?
Yeah.
You okay, right?
I'm fine. You know, they've been planting this stuff on the TV all afternoon, but I ain't seen nothing to be honest with you.
Okay.
As long as my power don't go out, you know. So, but even behind the scenes, there's other things going on. I promise you, I got some news beforehand. But you know what? Tasha said I came on with high energy. What a lot of people don't know about me is sometimes when I come on with that extra high energy, it's really to make sure that I want to give the best of myself for this show, because behind the scenes there's other shit going on. And so look, I had a great day. Right. I had a magnificent day. So that's why I said I'm gonna play me some R. Kelly and some music and keep on sipping and eat. And folks, carve out whatever little pieces of happiness you can find in these last few minutes, 5 minutes. Tasha, I do want you to share with the fam, you know, since you've been missing for a little bit. If you guys don't know, she's doing grown people things. Tasha, whatever you want to share, where you've been, being back, whatever.
I moved, so that's why I've been missing. Is I moved a few weeks ago. I would show you the place, but it is an absolute disaster in here still. Like it's still stuff like everywhere. I've been procrastinating and everything, but that's where I've been. You know, moving up, elevating. You know, taking the next step. Nicer than where I was. So you know, I'm excited. Yeah, thank you. So now we're back. I should be here a little bit more regularly now. So.
Well, we missed you, sweetheart.
Right. Thank you.
We definitely missed you and held it down in your absence for sure. Yeah, I just literally spilled my drink all over my computer and shit.
Oh, no. Not the fireball.
Now you need to sit your drunk ass down.
Fuck. So hopefully it won't damage the company laptop. But anyway, we missed you. For sure, but again, glad you're back. Now I've talked to her, you know, all throughout. So I love it, sweetheart. You know, so I love that you're in your new spot. Moving can be so fucking stressful, as anybody knows. Yes. So I'm so glad. Derek says congratulations. So that's what I said. Tasha doing big boy things out here.
I love it. Slick bougie, but not. It's a little bougie, but not really. It's a little bougie. Right?
I love it. I love it. Yeah, I love it. Well, guess what, folks? We're heading into finally probably the fall season here shortly. The weather shall be breaking. Next Wednesday's show is going to be our annual show on cuffing season. It's time to start talking about coupling up because the weather's about to change. Yes, indeed. So we're going to be talking about those cuffing opportunities and what that looks like, and getting ready. Football is coming back. Holiday season. I'm trying to tell you. What? Hey, it's happening, folks, whether we like it or not. The weather is telling us it's coming. This is my favorite time of year coming up. I get immensely happy in the fall and winter. The weather is breaking. So that's why I said, even right now, as long as my power don't go out, I went to the store this evening. It's so nice outside. It's gorgeous outside. So nice here. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Folks, last thing I'll say is Did I hear right? The postings that you guys are coming to the 50th?
I RSVP.
Woo! It's going down. It's going down. This is shit. It's shaping up to be legendary. That one up there. I want Tasha to come. So, two things.
Don't say that. Leave it off camera. We'll address it off camera. That is gonna be a whole thing, and
I will leave it for off camera for y'all can hear.
I'll tell you off camera.
Right,
Don't be trying
right.
to go all quick. We want to hear.
I'm not.
No, we go this anyway. Posters, I hope y'all make it. Y'all may. I heard this from the birthday boy himself, and when I heard that, I said, "Oh shit, it's going down." God willing, I hope we all are able to make it. If y'all come, it's gonna be legendary.
It's shaping up to be legendary. Perfect outfit.
It's shaping up. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I bought mine. I already got mine. I already got mine. So
I'm
it's
thinking
shaping
about
up.
a salt and pepper outfit.
I like that. Oh, the way your hair, you're wearing it right now. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. We get ready to have a good time. We get ready to close the show. Good to see everybody. Thank you guys. This has been another edition of Real Talk. We will see you on Saturday. Keep it fun. Everybody be safe out there. Enjoy the rest of your week. God bless and always keep it real. Peace out.
Good night.